it's all better with this quick setup.
Can't hear you in the stream, Tom. I haven't been able to.
Somebody got the setup switched around.
No, I hear you now. I hear you now.
I can hear Aaron, but not Tom.
Can you hear me now? As we get ready, we got single car qualifying on track as we speak. Not quite sure who we are following. That would be the 199 and Parker Lucas on track as we are watching right now. Running a decent lap, but he is over a 10 slower than our fast Mark Keatman, who has finished this qualifying run. Let's hop back here with Daniel Northcutt. Daniel, not a slow guy on dirt. He does definitely know how to get his way around on a dirt track. Currently sitting ninth. Going to have to work his way up. He's got his work cut out ahead of him to try to gain some positions over ninth. But going to have to settle there for that ninth place just behind James Pileski. Does not look like we got anyone else on track right now. In our single car qualifying, it's looking like Mark Heatman's going to take the fastest time around. 19.59. Daniel Betts just behind him with a 6.5. Going to tie for third and fourth with a 7.3. Aaron Conover going to be fourth or fifth with a 7.4. As we get ready here, we should be starting into some heat racing. But things are taking this time to reset as we wait for the final cars that may not have put a lap time down. Looking at David Murphy, potentially Michael Cole. They are currently not on track, so we may be waiting for them to either put a lap down or for things to advance. And we have Murphy on track at the moment. Moving himself up to 13th position, 20.03, just behind Aaron Murphy with a 19.99. And that looks like that's going to be as far as he's going to try to take it. Michael Cole on track right now. Across the start-finish line right there. 20.24, that's going to put him in 16th place, and that seems to be where he's going to call it a night as well. Right now, the way we are looking, the front of the pack is going to be Mark Keatman Jr. 19.59 ahead of Daniel Betts in 19.65. Cole Mitchell will be running third at 19.73, tied for fourth with Parker Lucas. Aaron Conover is going to round out the top five with a 19.74, only a hundredth of a second behind the guys ahead of him. Chris Mills not far behind with a 19.75, with Owen Check right behind those guys as well with 19.76. The top seven right there, right behind one another. Really, really tight racing at the front of this lineup. But let's get ready for our first heat race here. Just take a look at our starting lineup. Mark Keatman Jr. will be starting pole position in that number car with Cole T. Mitchell on his outside. Aaron Conover and that 32 car going to be starting inside row number 2. With Owen Check just outside of him. James Pileski, a self-professed non-believer in dirt. Not great here, he claims. Running in 5th position on the start of heat race number 1 with Daniel Northcutt outside of him in 6th. David Murphy, that number 18 car, going to be starting outside or inside row number 4, with Ray Andrews starting outside of him. The back of this pack is going to be Pete Albin. Going to have a very, very tough run here in heat race number 1. As the pace truck leads them around for lap number 2 of their warm-up. We're going to see just how fast these boys really are, where they stack up against each other. And we're going to have a second heat race after this to see just how those guys can stack up against this. And then going into a feature race. A lot of racing ahead of us yet tonight. As we have the pace truck pulling off the track, leaving the field in the hands of Mark Keatman. Green flag in the air. Good start by that number 2 car, out to an early lead, side by side for second, but Mitchell able to pull ahead, use the momentum and pull outside, but Conover not ready to give things up just yet. Looking to that bottom line. Got Owen checked not too far behind him, looking to take advantage. Right now, they'll give the lead to that number 2 car, Mark Keatman Jr. Out ahead by 7/10 of a second. The big fight right now, right here, is for second place. Cole Mitchell, Aaron Conover. Give it the position to Mitchell, but Conover not laying over that easy. Owen Checker there on the high side. Trying to find some grip, trying to find some momentum, trying to catch back up to these boys. Not quite able to do it. A little further back, we got James Pileski in that 93 car. Like I said, on our pace laps there, he is not that confident on dirt. He is trying to learn how to do this thing, how to be fast. Definitely no slouch there, running in 5th position. No contest right now. Right now, we got Owen Check giving the biggest grief here to Conover, trying to take that 3rd place away. Keatman out to a lead, running that extreme low line. He is pretty much rubbing that left rear tire on that inside wall, using every inch of that inside of the track that he can get, but making it work. 2 laps to go. 1.2 seconds back to Cole Mitchell in 2nd place. Cole about 6/10 of a second ahead of 3rd place. You got Conover having to hold off that Owen Check there, the 9 car Owen Check. The only car really trying to make something happen on that outside line. We're at the front of the pack. Everyone else is at that bottom. Owen out on that berm on the outside. Almost finding a run, but checkered flag is in the air. Keatman will win heat race number 1. Cole Mitchell 2nd. Conover 3rd. Check 4th. James Pileski will round out your top 5. Then you have Northcutt, Murphy, Andrews, and Album rounding out the last half of the field. Now we will start heat race number 2. 9 cars in this field. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Daniel Betts will start on pole position with Parker Lucas on his outside. Now, if you were paying attention to the practice laps, Parker was not a slow car. Neither was Daniel. They're going to be 2 hard cars to beat. Chris Mills will start 3rd place with Jason Smith on his outside. Garrett Bauer on the inside, starting 5th place with Aaron Murphy in 6th outside of him. And then you'll have Timothy Dunn with the only Canadian in the field. Everyone else is from the US of A. Dalen Izzard, the only Canadian, starting in 8th place, with Michael Cole rounding out the tail end of this field. As we get ready, I am not sure. For some reason, the overlays are not wanting to work with me very well tonight. The starting grid should have disappeared from the, and there it goes. Overlays wanting to not play very nice as we get ready to take the green flag here. Pace car is off. Field is in the hands of Daniel Betts, Parker Lewis on that front row. And it is green in the air. Good start at the front of the line. Parker Lewis, Daniel Betts, hard side by side. Betts to the inside, Lucas to the outside. Give the advantage to Betts coming through. Oh, no, never mind. Parker Lucas not giving up that easy. Back to the outside as they come back down. I believe this is the front straightaway. Although it does look like there's a bit of a connection issue for the 199 car of Lucas. Back here in third and fourth, still side by side. Aaron Murphy, Jason Smith fighting hard for position. Murphy on that outside line. Smith trying to make that inside do something. Murphy able to take or make that momentum something for his advantage. Or sorry, Murphy took it, or losing the advantage there to Smith. Smith up to third, just behind Parker Lucas. Daniel Betts up to the lead. Parker Lucas, so having connection issues. Hopefully that does not become an issue. Murphy on that outside line, he seems to be committed, and that's going to cost him positions. As now Garrett Bowers up there trying to challenge him for fourth place. Or sorry, third place. No, fourth place. I just need to learn how to read my my stuff. Again, I do not know what is going on with my overlays tonight. They are supposed to be showing the ticker across the top and what's going on, but I've been having issues tonight. I do not know what's going on, but right now Daniel Betts in the lead, Parker Lucas in second, Jason Smith up in third. Right now we are looking at the battle for fourth between Garrett Bauer, Aaron Murphy. Murphy on the high side, Bauer on that lower line. Still side by side for fourth position. Got Timothy Dunn back here. Dalen Izzard, who's for some reason being scored a lap down and finding that outside wall, not having a good time of the night. But Garrett Bauer looking like they got... Oh, we may have a caution by looks of it. Okay, never mind. That would be the end of the heat race. For some reason, I do not know what is going on with my overlays. They are not showing me the information they are supposed to be showing me. So I may have some problems tonight here, giving you the exact accurate information. I'll do my best with what is given to me, but be mean. Alright, we are getting ready to go with the B main race. Like I said, I am having issues with my overlays. They are not showing me the information they are supposed to be showing me. I do not know what's going on. As I said, I will do the best with what I'm given. But our apparent starting order will be James Pileski on the pole. Aaron Murphy starting outside of him with Daniel Northcutt in third place. Timothy Dunn will be starting fourth with David Murphy, I believe, in the fifth place position. Dalen Izzard somewhere, or Izzard somewhere in that lineup. Then we will have Chris Mills, Reggie Andrews, Pate Albin and Michael Cole bringing out the end of our top 10 car B main. I am honestly not too sure what is going on with my overlays at this moment, but I do apologize. They are not giving the information that you viewers wish to see. As we are gone green flag racing, James Pileski managed to take advantage of that pole possession and pull out to an early lead. Aaron Murphy on that outside line. We have not seen that outside make much of a movement as we see them getting into the outside wall, causing a big wreck behind him. Murphy, and I believe that is Izard behind. Major issue going back. Race Control is calling that one on the 41 car. Losing grip and getting into that outside wall. I would pull back to a replay, but like I said, my overlays are not working properly. I cannot go back to the proper time, and I cannot guarantee I can get the proper replay. Looks like we're getting ready to take the green flag once again here. Cars are starting to double up. James Pileski, Dave Murphy on the front row. Dalen Izard, Ray Andrews up to third and fourth, up 3 positions each, if my scoreboard is to be believed. Pace truck is off. Field's in the hand of that 93 car of James Pileski. Restarts are on green flag. And the green flag is in the air. Pileski with a nice start. Murphy kind of sleeping on that a little bit, allowing that 51 of Izard to get up alongside of him. Murphy able to hold off that charge from the 51 car. Ray Andrews, we don't get to talk to him or talk about him a lot, but up there in the top 5, starting 4th. Not far behind that 51 car. As we got a stack up. 4 or 5 cars involved there near the front. Izard catching a little bit of that. Andrews catching a huge bit of that. Albin to pit road, haven't caught a lot of damage from that. Looks like Ray Andrews had issues. And it sounds like he has taken responsibility for that caution. Sounds like he did something. Was not able to catch what happened, but 4 or 5 cars involved in that accident. And I am not sure I can pull back a replay on that. Green flag back in the air. Pileski to a early lead. Dalen Izard in that 51 car, sitting second place. David Murphy just behind him, having to fight off a hard charge by Chris Mills, Timothy Dunn. Still side by side here for third place. That 11 on the bottom, Chris Mills going to take it for the moment, but don't count out that 03 of Timothy Dunn on that outside line. Aaron Murphy just behind, looking to try to take advantage of any mistakes these guys ahead of him makes. About 6 laps remaining. Pileski to an early lead. Big slide there ahead by Chris Mills, I believe that was. Maybe Izard. As we got a car in the wall. Aaron Murphy in the wall as well. Go to kill his run. That's going to give Chris Mills second place easily enough with Dalen Izard. In third, Northcutt running fourth. Now they are single file. 1 through 6 and 7th. Timothy Dunn a long ways back in 8th. Pete Albin being scored a lap down in 9th. David Murphy on pit road, no longer in this event. Right now, though, James Pileski out there to a 1.7 second lead. Caution on the track. Does seem we may have our overlay kind of working again. 3 laps remaining by the looks of it. He is calling the incident on the 41 of Aaron Murphy. Everything seems to have caught up. Let's see if we can get lucky with our replay as we look with the 41 car. Cuts to the bottom. Catches that inside wall. Didn't see what car he caught, but yeah, major incident right then and there. Being shown 4 laps left to go in this B main race. James Pileski on point. Chris Mills just behind him in second. Dalen Izard in third. Daniel Northcutt, Ray Andrews 4th and 5th with Timothy Dunn in 6th. No one else on track. Pete Albin, Michael Cole, Aaron Murphy, David Murphy all being shown off track as we go back. Green flag racing. Pileski to another good start. Got Chris Mills trying to pull back to the inside line. Dalen Izard trying to hold off Northcutt and Andrews. Timothy Dunn even trying to make some noise back here, but going to get to the inside of Andrews. Sliding just ahead, running that very bottom line. Pretty close to running his left side tires on that inside wall. Andrews taking advantage of that momentum on the outside, holding the position. 2 laps remaining in this main race, B main. Final lap. Now in the air, Pileski having a challenge from Mills. Chris Mills on the bottom to the lead. Side by side down the back straightaway. Pileski just ahead going into turn 3. Checker flag in the air. Pileski's going to hold on to take the B main win ahead of Chris Mills. Daniel Northcutt will take third over Dalen Izard. Ray Andrews will round out the top 5 with Timothy Dunn just behind him with Pete Albin in 7th. Alrighty, looks like we are going to go into a warm-up session now for about 3 minutes total. 2.5 left on the board as we see cars pulling out of pit road to see what the track has done as far as change, where they can run, where they can find speed, where there is some grip to be had, as we are following Pete Albin out of pit road right now. That 55 car coming out onto track here at Oswego Speedway. Got all kinds of cars out on track at the moment. Cole Mitchell out in front of them. Once again, the overlay having issues. I apologize one more time. I do not know why the overlay is not doing what it's supposed to be doing tonight. We have Mark Keatman Jr. on the top of the board. 1975, slightly ahead of Cole Mitchell with a 1977. Parker Lewis in third with a 1993. Just behind him, was just behind him, now just ahead of him, Daniel Betts with a 1987. 20 flat to round out our top 5 is Aaron Conover, as we have 26 seconds left in this warm-up session before we go into our feature race. And now the warm-up is over. We will be getting ready to go with our feature race here. Let's take a look, see if I can get my overlay to work here to get the starting lineup up for you. And it does not appear to be wanting to work, but we will have Mark Keatman Jr. on pole position with Daniel Betts on the outside. Cole Mitchell in third with Parker Lucas in fourth. 5th place will be Aaron Conover with Jason Smith on his outside. Owen Check starting 7th place with Garrett Bauer in 8th. James Pileski in 9th with Chris Mills in 10th. Daniel Northcutt will be starting 11th with, I believe it is Timothy Dunn starting 12th. Ray Andrews, Aaron Murphy, Pate Albin, and David Murphy, and Michael Cole will be at the back of the pack to begin this feature race. As we get ready to go green flag racing here, Mark Keatman Jr. was fast in the exhibition race not too long ago last weekend. I do believe, if I remember correctly, he won that exhibition race. Starting pole position and pretty much been top of the board the entire weekend here. Daniel Betts starting on his outside. Daniel, no slouch himself. Going to have his work cut out to try to pick that number 2 behind him, though. As we get ready to have that pace truck pull off the track and leave the field in the hand of that number 2 car. Number 2 coming through 3 and 4. Green flag about to be waved. There it is. Green flag in the air. Great start on that inside line by Mark Keatman. He able to pull out to an early lead. Daniel Betts having to fend off Cole Mitchell for second place. Side by side for second, a little bit back to fourth, but don't breathe too much on that. Aaron Conover looking to make a position on that. Parker Lucas holding on to fourth. Conover looking to try to take it away, looking to the bottom side. see what happens here. If what happens, but Keatman getting a big part. So I just got it from Race Control themselves that was going on. David Murphy got into the wall, slowed himself down, got into the leader Mark Keatman. So Murphy will be given the EOL, the end of line penalty, on causing that caution as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Keatman to the inside, Mitchell on the outside. Green flag going in the air. Keatman with a great start. Mitchell almost clearing that 12 car of Betts, or that 77 car of Betts. Mitchell taking advantage of that momentum on the outside, getting back around that 12 car. Betts having to hold off Parker Lucas and Jason Smith. They're right there behind him. Big cluster right here for second on back as we have a huge wreck. Flag is out on the air. Looks like we had Parker Lucas. Maybe even Parker Lucas for sure. Catching a huge bit of action there. There was a car with tires in the air. I can't go back for sure because I don't know exactly what happened and where, but there was major action back there for sure for Parker Lucas. A fast car tonight. Not the result he's going to be looking for, but he's going to have a lot of catch up to do now. We see Garrett Bauer, who was scored 5th, now falling down the leaderboard, going into pit for service. Definitely don't want to be pulling into pit in these races. Mark Keatman at the top of the line, though, has been enjoying a nice, easy race. A name that we have not talked about much, though, right here in second place, that 8 car. Ooh, excuse me, that 8 car of Jason Smith. Owen Check in 3rd. First time we've seen him really up in the top 3. As we see Aaron Conover pulling out of pit road. He's going to have a lot of ground to catch up. Well, not a lot of ground, but he's going to have to work to catch up because it looks like we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. Keatman on the inside. Smith on the outside. Check and Mills right behind them. As we have Keatman on the gas, out to an early lead on that restart. 4 laps remaining in this A main race. Check out to second place. Easily clear. Plesky moving up into 4th. Or sorry, 3rd place. Not sure why it's scoring. Conover up in 1st. He is definitely fighting to stay on the lead lap as we have a caution flag back on the track. I am not quite sure what caused this caution, and my layover system is not showing why flags are being flown. 2 laps remain in this A main, and they are not letting these guys finish it off without a battle. Keatman still on point. Owen Check in second. Pileski working his way up into that final podium position. James Smith coming kind of up from nowhere. We didn't really talk a lot about him, but he is now in the top 5. Chris Mills just behind him in 6. Cole Mitchell being scored 7th. Daniel Northcutt in 8th. Timothy Dunn in 9th. Aaron Murphy not having a very good night tonight in 10th. Dalen Izard kind of holding station in 11th. Michael Cole, David Murphy, Daniel Betts. He was running up front. He is now deep in the pack. Just ahead of Parker Lucas, Garrett Bauer, Pete Albin, Ray Andrews. Down multiple laps at this point in the race. I know it's showing on your overlay that they are being checkered, but we are not done this race yet. Like I said, for some reason my overlay is not wanting to work with me tonight. They are not showing the information they should be showing. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of happy that they are showing the approximate position that people are running in. Keatman having an issue. Under caution. What just happened to Keatman? He was our leader. Let's take a look, see why he spun around. He just spun himself around going around the pace truck. I honestly have no idea what's going on here right now, folks. Why he was getting sent around the pace truck. Oh, that might have been the end of the race. Looks like our top 3 will be Keatman, Owen Check, and James Pileski. I do apologize for all of the confusion tonight. I do not know why my overlays were not working the way they were supposed to be working tonight. But that does appear to be the checkered flag on the night. Race 1 of the Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour. Give the checkered flag to Mark Keatman Jr. Owen Check finishing second place behind him under caution flag. Pileski coming really out of nowhere to pull a third place finish out. And why don't we pull our third place finish, James Pileski, in that 93 machine, into the interview room right now? James, how is it going? Well, I was going to say, you kind of commented in the Discord that you did not like Dirk. You're coming into the series to try to learn. Now here we are in race number 1, talking to you on the podium. You must feel pretty decent right now, James. Well, I was just about to ask, you just said that you didn't really feel like, you were making the moves you needed to be making, but what was the move that you felt was working for you out there?
Real quick,
Honestly,
we can't hear James on stream.
Should be fixed.
Sorry. Well, I apologize. Hopefully the interview should go smoothly.
Anyways, James, what was the
now?
moves you felt like was working for you out there?
It was definitely those restarts. I just hugged the bottom on those last 2 restarts, and it just gained me a bunch of spots. Like I was using the bottom to 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 on the restarts, I was kind of already stuck down there, and I just drove it hard down through the bottom there, and it just worked. Yeah, I'm definitely not good at dirt. You know, yeah, no, it's a learning curve. That's kind of why I'm here. I want to get better at it. So hopefully by the end of the season I can battle Mark. That's the goal. Uh, a lot more skill I have to gain. Simply put. Mark's really good on everything, at everything. He's a good road racer. He's good at asphalt. He's good all around. So, yeah, I'll just have to gain a whole lot more skill to beat him in the dirt game. But, you know, some luck always helps too. You never know what can happen.
Well, luck definitely helps a lot, James, but you know what? It doesn't. It takes a lot more than luck. It takes a lot of people supporting you. Who do you want to thank for supporting you out on your ventures in the racetrack?
Well, I want to thank you guys for putting this all together, and you, Tom, for broadcasting it. It's always fun to go back and watch our races, even all the way back to Rusty Misfits. I got to thank K Cars Race Cars. That's Mark Keedeman's little deal that he runs. Brofab Welding and Mobile Welding and Fabrication. Justin Brooks Designs, which I don't have on this car, but one of these days I'll get a car painted. But yeah, that's about it, buddy.
All right. Well, congratulations on finishing third in the inaugural race of the Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour. That's a little bit of a mouthful right there, but
Yeah, it is.
congratulations on third place, and we look forward to seeing what you can do from here on out.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. Alrighty, well that was James Pileski in third place, but why don't we check in with our second place finisher here, Owen Check. Owen, how is it going tonight?
Going great. I mean, finished second. Didn't think I'd do it, but a couple things happened, but got second, so I can't complain.
Well, we definitely didn't have a lot to talk about you on the broadcast until all of a sudden, right at the end, you were there. What was that race like from the driver's seat?
I mean, I think I was in like 5th, 6th, and 7th, just going back and forth, and then Daniel and Mitch, they kind of got into each other there. Daniel hit him and then caused a wreck, and it put me up to 3rd, and then I eventually slid 2nd place to get 2nd place over him, and then finished 2nd here, so it was a good race.
Well, you definitely drove the wheels off of that car, and you definitely made use of caution flags there, Owen. Like, did you almost had a little bit for Mark? Did you think you actually could get around him, or was that just a little bit too much to ask for that car?
Honestly, don't think I would have been able to get him. He was just way faster on the bottom. I was getting it towards the end. I mean, I really don't race this track too much, but he's just fast on the bottom at every single track we've been to, so it's kind of hard to say if I could get around him, but I really don't think I could.
Well, and going forward into this season, what do you think it's going to be to dethrone? What's it going to take to dethrone that Keatman ahead of you?
I mean, definitely working on running the bottom because he's always tends to go down there, and I mean, just focusing on having good races and trying to finish, obviously, in the top 3 again, so just going to have to keep working.
Alrighty, well you definitely had a good run tonight, Owen. Congratulations on second. Who do you want to thank for helping you get to where you are right now?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Black Shadow Speed Labs, Czech Race Wraps, RX Fit, Czech Speed Shots, Dan Ubet's Performance for giving us the setups for tonight. I'd like to thank Mitch for giving me some dig, and then T-Will back in the pits for getting this car going, and then Dawson for the spot.
Well, thank you, Owen, for coming out and racing with us. Look forward to seeing what you guys can do going forward with this series. It was a definitely exciting race. I didn't know where to look at, and yeah, see what happens going on.
Yeah, thank you for broadcasting it for us, and thank you, Aaron, for putting up the race.
Absolutely. Alrighty, congratulations once again goes to Owen Check on finishing second. But why don't we talk to the man of the hour? The exhibition race last week, this fella, he just kind of drove away from everyone, made a statement that if you want to beat me, you're going to have to work for it. Mark Cateman Jr. Mark, how is it going right now?
It's going pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good. That whole broadcast, I was having issues with my overlay, but I really did not have to look at who was in the lead, because you had that covered, did you not?
I believe I did.
Mark, what's the secret? We got some pretty decently fast dirt drivers in here, and yet you had them outclassed. What was going on up there?
Well, like I said last week, like I'm an asphalt driver that's, tries dirt every now and then, but like when it like practice, the track was really fresh. You could run the bottom all the way around, and even the heat, it was a little slicked off, but there was still some moisture down there around the bottoms, in the corners. So I was just trying to stay around there, but I don't know, about 2 to go in the heat, I just wanted to experiment just a little bit, just to see what lines had what. So I started to try to run the top in 1 and 2 down there, and then the bottom in 3 and 4, and the car felt just really good, especially down into 3 and 4. I don't know, there's just something about it being slicked off. It's just like I can drive it more like an asphalt car, like I want to, and just point it down to the bottom and use a little brake and whatnot to get me, where I want to be down there. And I think that's what helps me out a lot when these tracks slick off like this, because it takes a lot of throttle control not to just, mash the gas down coming up off the corner and lose all your momentum. So that's a big thing in these cars. You just got to keep your momentum up the best you can. That's why, I don't know, 10, 15 to go or whatever, I started try to run the slider line in 1 and 2 just to keep my momentum up, because I thought those two guys behind me, Cole and Daniel, were a little bit better than me when I was running the top. So, on dirt, you got to always try and do something different each lap to, keep your speed up and stay out front.
Well, and there were a number of restarts towards the end of that race there. Did those restarts have you concerned at all, or did you figure you had enough speed to hold those guys off?
It's always a little concerning when you got to restart, because, it jumbles everybody back up, and, like you seen that one restart, they all piled up down there in turn 2 or the backstretch there, and it can be a little nerve-wracking just because, if that guy gets a good start on the outside of you, then you really got to battle, for the line that's, preferred line. And but like if you get a good start, you can kind of do what you want. So I was a little worried, but not too much.
Well, that's definitely a good thing that you weren't too worried. You knew what your car had under you, and you knew where to put it and when to put it, and you definitely took advantage of it on every restart. You didn't really have much competition on them, at least.
Yeah, not a whole lot, thankfully. But just overall, I'm really happy that we were able to come out and set quick time in qualifying, win our heat. Track position here is pretty big thing to start the race out with. So I'm just glad we were able to keep it out front all night. It got a little sketchy with that first caution, I think. The 51 almost spun in front of me and coming off of 4, and then I don't know, somebody was spun on the front stretch or something, and me and the 51 came up on him, and he was like turning down the racetrack, so we really had to get hard on the brakes. And then Cole and Daniel, they just came flying in there, man. I was pretty scared that I was just going to get mowed over trying to miss all that, but thankfully we didn't.
Well, luckily you avoided the carnage, and you put on a statement win tonight, leading green to checkered lap after lap, the entire feature race, really. Who do you want to thank for having the fast car underneath you to do so?
Gotta thank K-Cars Race Cars, RKM Shut Up Shop, Justin Brooks Designs, Topsoil Landscapes, Clive Power Equipment, Friesen Performance, all my friends and family that support me in my sim racing endeavors, and then everybody that puts this league on for us, you for broadcasting and everything, so we have a good place to come and race during the weekends.
Alrighty, well, congratulations once again, Mark, on win in race number 1. You're definitely putting your name right at the top of the leaderboard for the points. You're definitely showing yourself to be one of the cars to beat for the championship already this season with a statement win tonight. Looking forward to seeing what we can, what to come from you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Lernerville. There's a lot of these dirt tracks on the schedule that I really enjoy racing at. So hopefully, you know, this is a little bit of a stretch, but hopefully we can go undefeated. But we'll see what we got next week.
Well, I wouldn't say it's out of the possibility, but you definitely have some competition behind you. You're going to have to earn your keep tonight, or this series, I think.
Oh, absolutely. We got some really good cars in here for sure.
Alrighty, Mark, congratulations again on winning race number 1. We look forward to seeing the rest of the season, and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alright, you heard from our top 3. We will return once again next Saturday when we come back to Lernerville Speedway, and we will do this once again all over. I look forward to seeing you. I am Tom Quiring. Thank you for joining in. We look forward to seeing what this series brings with the 358 Modified Mayhem Tour. Thank you to Ohio Valley Sim Sports for having me. See you next week.